Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the West. More specifically, we are in Boise, Idaho, and we are currently on the 2025 State Fair Rampage. We are trying to visit 6 state fairs in roughly a week's time. Now, ideally, we would be heading north for the rest of the state fairs, but we actually do have to do a backtrack today because yesterday we were here in Boise doing the Idaho State Fair. It was the final day of the state fair, so in order to fit it in, had to go there first. But now we're going to immediately backtrack, head back the way we came, and go to the Oregon State Fair. That is a 7-hour trip back towards the Pacific. It was a 7-hour trip from Seattle to Boise, and we're going to take the 7-hour trip from Boise to Salem, Oregon, where they are having the Oregon State Fair. So today I'm going to be driving over there. Sadly, no state fair today. I did manage to get a little bit of rest last night. It was the first real night's sleep I've had since the Alaska trip. Did not get any good sleep on the Alaska trip, and finally got a chance to lay in bed for a little while. So feeling better. And but today, before we leave Boise, there is something I did want to check out. Because over here we have the Idaho State Museum. And I love these state museums. Not every state has a state museum, but a lot of states do. And it really is a great way to learn about the states. As I travel the 50 United States, I've been to every state, and I love learning more about each individual state. And what better way to learn about states than to visit the state fairs and to visit the state museums. So please follow me. So let's head inside and get educated on the great state of Idaho. Oh no. And our story starts where many stories begin, at the beginning. Here are the first people of Idaho. We have there's 5 federally recognized tribes: the Coeur d'Alene, Kootenai, Nez Perce, Shoshone-Bannock, and Shoshone-Paiute. And we have the map there, kind of shows what general locations they are located in. Oh, look at this. There's a firework display over the city of Boise. Oh, we have the digital waterfall. This is called a roach. This is a headdress used for dancing. See some other dancing items here. Various tools and weapons. We've got a addle-addle, which is a very interesting style of slingshot. Up the stairs here. Looks like there's a storm brewing. You can feel this otter tail. Oh look, they call him the Silver Surfer. You're one of the more famous residents of Idaho, Miss Sacagawea, who was the interpreter on the famed Lewis and Clark expedition. And some interesting history on Sacagawea. Talks about how she was born in Idaho, but was actually kidnapped and taken into another tribe where she was married by a fur trapper. But what's interesting is that being on the Lewis and Clark expedition actually allowed her to travel back to her homeland and meet with her family again, become reunited with her family. And some interesting artifacts here. This is a tomahawk axe, and it's apparently referenced. A almost identical axe is referenced in Meriwether Lewis's journal, and some believe that this was actually could have actually been forged by the expedition's blacksmith, which is pretty crazy. And then this is a Jefferson medal, and apparently Lewis and Clark carried medals with them that they would use as gifts give them to tribal leaders to as a peace offering. And so that's actually one of the medals they would have carried. So this museum divides up the different sections of Idaho, the distinct sections, which I guess is maybe why they have more than one state fair. You can see the lakes and forests, the mountains and rivers, and the deserts and canyons. So it kind of has three distinct areas: the lakes and forests in the top, mountains in the middle, and then desert at the bottom, where we currently are in Boise. Different rooms here dedicated to the different parts of Idaho. We'll start in South Idaho, where we currently are, the deserts and canyons. And in this part of the country, fur trapping, fur trading, it was all the rage. Kind of helped build this part of the country. And you can see these excavated supplies: the trap, the axe, the extremely decrepit gun, and a beaver felt top hat. These were all the rage. Everyone had to have a beaver felt top hat. So beavers were very valuable at the time. There's a brass beaver there next to its nest, and it talks about apparently the beaver trapping trade actually caused some severe ecological damage to the state of Idaho. It says that the beavers actually created oases with their dams. They caused water to build up and allow more stuff to grow. It says once all the beavers started being killed, there was less dams, and the water just kind of left southern Idaho, turning it into way more of a desert, or at least a desert without oases. So this is interesting, talking about relocating beavers to more unpopulated areas where they can't interfere with human life. So they actually drop beavers in parachutes. So they removed nuisance beavers and then airdropped them out away from populations, because they put them in this box here and then parachuted them in. That's amazing. That's an amazing story. And of course, the Oregon Trail ran straight through Idaho. The main road through southern Idaho actually started as the Oregon Trail, which allowed people to reach Oregon, of course. You see the wagon there that have been used, bringing important things like guitars and rocking chairs to the West Coast. Of course, when I think of the Oregon Trail, this is what comes to mind. This, in my day, back in my day, in school, Oregon Trail was pretty much the only video game you could play during school hours. You would divide up into groups, and each group would have a time to set aside. So you'd actually get to leave class, or go to the back of the room at least, and play the game, one playthrough, on a computer much like this. It's that iconic screen, the Oregon Trail. And let me see. Okay, this is just a model. We don't actually get to play the Oregon Trail. And I remember, of course, you die to various diseases. I remember there's a part of the game where you have to shoot buffalo, and I remember we killed like a dozen buffalo. But then it's like, oh, okay, you killed 50 buffalo, but you can only take like 2 pounds of meat with you, because that's all the room you have. Looks like, can we play it here though on the flat screen? Cross the Snake River, the Oregon Trail. Do you have what it takes? I do have what it takes. Let's see. Do we want persistent pioneers, fearless farmers, or tenacious trailblazers? Let's go with the large wagon party, 2 mountain guides. Start our journey. Oh, there we go. Elko Spring, favorite and beautiful campsite along the trail. Oh, there we go. Oh no, cholera. One of your party members is sick and can't travel. What do you do? Leave them behind or wait for them? I mean, okay, we'll wait. I want to just ditch somebody right off the bat. Leave them to die. Okay, there we're going. Oh, smooth sailing. Okay. Leaky wagon. Charge ahead but risk losing supplies or party members. Pay a guide to caulk the wagon. Let's charge ahead. We don't got time for this. There we go. We're gonna reach Boise. So it's the busiest stop here. And there we go. Oh, we made it. You reached the Snake River crossing. Nice. Cross the Snake. Oh, this is the part where it gets hard. Crossing the river. I remember this being difficult. Oh, do I have to control this? All right. Gotta avoid those fish. Can I hit the fish? Oh, suddenly Oregon Trail just turned into Frogger. Oh, look at these logs. Okay, I gotta stay. I don't know. There's a whirlpool. Oh man. Oh, I made it. I think. Woohoo! You made it. Everyone survived. Just got a little bit of cholera on the way. Here it talks about the building of the Milner Dam. Here we can control the Shoshone Falls. I guess we turn this big valve here. Oh, there we go. We're controlling the falls, decreasing water flow. This is dams upstream are diverting the water. Okay, we turn the falls off. There we go, just draining the waterfall. There we go. What's happening? What is occurring? It's a cow. Oh, growing some potatoes and cows. That was interesting. Some various cowboy tools here. It's different saddles. It's an interesting saddle. This is a woman's saddle. I didn't know women needed a different type of saddle. And then that's a dog saddle. No one rode the dog. It says this was for a parade. And this is sheep shearing equipment. The scissors there, the mechanical shears. And these are brands, but they're not like the hot kind. They actually, you dip these in paint and stick them on a sheep. I guess it, because of their fur, you can actually paint a sheep. What have I told you folks time and time again? Every good Western museum has an exhibit on barbed wire. Because barbed wire is actually one of the most important things in American history. You know, before barbed wire, cattle just roamed freely. It was a chaotic mess. People would be murdered over cattle, like who owned what cattle. But the barbed wire basically created what is known as the modern farm, where everything was kept in place. Also, I have some actual brands here. These are the hot ones. You actually sear into the flesh of of cattle. This is before barbed wire. They were more prominent when your cow were just roaming around aimlessly. So you could identify them by the big scar on their side. We have an Idaho bike tour here. Let's board the bike and go on a tour of Idaho. Yes, this is choose Boise here to start pedaling. All right. This is the Grossology Camelback Reserve, Hyde Park Historic District, Boise River Greenbelt. You don't even have to tour Boise, you just come to the museum and do the bike tour. I love that giant postcard there. I'm a huge fan of old school postcards. And here is the special exhibit, Hidden in Plain Sight. So this is an exhibit on the Basque people, a ethnic group that lived in between France and Spain, and apparently has a population here in Idaho. Talk about dancing there. Some accordion music. I've never heard this word before, and I love it though, and I'm gonna use it in the future. This is an arborglyph, It's when you carve something onto a tree, and then the scarring creates the imprint there. So you can see the dancing Basque person there on the tree. Arbor glyphs. It says the Basque are a sheep herding people. The saddles. Here are Basque sports featuring pelota, which is a rock throwing event. Got a handle in that rock to chuck. Oh man, that sounds kind of fun. I'd like to see that. So we have the mascot there for Idaho potatoes, and right here it says we can pull up on this plant to see Idaho's most famous crop. So you gotta, oh man, there we go, and it is potatoes. Now, I've never seen this before. This is pretty wild. This is Marilyn Monroe wearing a sack of Idaho potatoes as a dress. It says that she helped make Idaho potatoes famous in the 1950s. So next up we have the mountains and rivers of central Idaho. It's a fishing basket there. Oh no. It was on this journey that Larry would become the hero of his species and the most famous fish in all of Idaho. Never heard of Larry the fish before. And he brought him over here and he said, just go through everywhere my railroad goes. 8 dams, 900 miles to the ocean. The current propelled them further from home, danger alert at every corner. Oh, look at that bird. That's terrifying. There's an exhibit on skiing. You actually see the ski lift here. You can sit down on the ski lift here and watch a movie about skiing. And on top of this snowy mountain, we have a Polaris snowmobile. After we're done skiing, we sit down and warm up by this crackling fire. And there's the pen that Barack Obama used to sign the Sawtooth National Recreation Area and Jerry Peak Wilderness Additions Act into law, so creating new national recreation areas. We climb up here, we can actually climb to the top of the ski hill here. There you can see skis in the floor. Different skiing equipment. And finally we have the lakes and forests of North Idaho. This is Nell Shipman here. Says that she directed and starred in movies that were filmed here in northern Idaho. And this is a traditional Kootenai canoe. Exhibit here on the fire of 1910, also known as the Big Burn, a fire that changed the geography of Idaho. So the firefighter and the firefighting equipment. Oh yeah, look at that. Shows what the fire would have looked like. Oh, just a literal inferno. Says that Idaho is America's silver capital. I know Reno, Nevada makes a similar claim. Let's see some logging tools. Does this sleigh belong to the superintendent of the logging company? Now, we've been seeing this a lot in different museums. It says, please excuse our empty case. We're working on with our tribal partners to update the exhibit. You know, there is a law now that certain native items, especially those involving death or funeral practices, cannot be displayed without the cooperation and agreement of tribal leaders. This looks like a ski lift here, but it's actually used to transport grain down to the train. Grain to the train. We can actually power it here. Oh yeah. I like these pennants. 1969 National Jamboree. Man, I want to go to the National Jamboree. Wonder when the next one is. We have an exhibit on the people of Idaho, and you can see a lot of different items here in this particular case. The Chinese remedies and herbs. There are some of the apothecary herbs there. You can see the car bumper there. Oh, it says the last madman of rock and roll. The ophthalmology kit. You can see how bad people's eyes are, having them read the chart. Some children's toys. Fraternity paddle. These exhibits here feature various Idahoans. I don't know if that is the proper word for someone from Idaho, but residents of Idaho, we'll say. Emma Urian, the sheep queen of Idaho. You got all these different people from Idaho, and you can actually put yourself on here. You can scan yourself in. This person says he's an epic friend and a daring daredevil. Now I can't interject myself into this. I am not from Idaho. Looks like there's a door from the Idaho State Penitentiary. Into the Boomtown, Idaho. Okay, it's like a little town. You have the architect's office. Little interactive exhibits. You can build a little Idaho town. Or a slightly bigger Idaho town in here. There's Boomtown Station. You can board the locomotive here. Oh, we can blow the whistle. Where's the... Listen. That's the whistle. This is the Prosperity Gem Mine. Let's mine for gems. It says load the dynamite sticks in the hole. Okay, we got the dynamite here. Plug all these holes with dynamite. We're gonna blast this holes. We're gonna get us some gems. Let's get those precious gems here. It says push the plunger. There's the merchandise shop. And of course, I love this. They have an exhibit on penny arcades. There's a little cow here. It says, for over 50 years, Bertha the cow danced and sang her way into the hearts of children who came to the museum. Oh, so this is an old puppet used here at the museum. It says, press the button to put Bertha in the spotlight. Oh, Bertha the dancing cow. Some other penny arcade machines. Unfortunately, this movie, Buster Keaton's Cops, is currently out of order. But you have the zoetrope here, where you spin and watch the image. You can see the frog right there. And then you can see the frog jumping as you twirl. And this is a stereoscope. You can see the image in there. Fortunately, it doesn't work on camera because it requires you to have 2 eyeballs. And what's this? It says, you won't believe your eyes, but it's real. Gooding, Idaho Ranch got a big surprise from one of his cows. Curiosities like this were often displayed in saloons, barbershops, and hotel lobbies. Press the button to see something amazing. Hello? Look at that. This is a two-headed calf. Any museum that has a two-headed calf gets a 5 out of 5 from me. And of course, the classic penny arcade pressed penny machine. We got some wonderful pressed pennies here. The Idaho State Museum. There's one with the state of Idaho, one with the train. The Boomtown exhibit gets its own penny. And the two-headed cow gets his own penny as well. Deja Vu. That's one of the most amazing pressed pennies I've ever seen. Quarter penny. Some fine, shiny Idaho pennies. And this is a pretty cool interactive map here of all the different points of interest all throughout Idaho. Now we're in Boise here. Snake River Birds of Prey. It's Silver City. It was a ghost town. Yeah, a lot to do here in Idaho. And I'll have to save some of this for the next trip because we gotta make our way to Oregon. What's this here? Birth Creek charcoal cans. As we exit through the gift shop here, you can see the parachute beaver shirt. We saw that they would parachute beavers into more wild areas away from people. Oh, my life as a potato. Oh, this is the South Fork Middle School mascot. So, oh wow, yeah. So someone actually did live their life as a potato. Got a Smokey the Bear T-shirt. Seems like the salmon are following me. Apparently Idaho is a big salmon place as well. And look at this. This is so cool. It's a little these action figures, different kinds of salmon, and it actually shows the spawning process. You can see the salmon fetus, the salmon eggs. I love that. Let's see a little stuffed Idaho there. Oh, he's holding a potato. You can see here how a potato would be butchered. Baked mash. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the cuts of potato. I'm pretty sure they use the whole potato for all of these things. So that was a great museum and a model of what a state museum should be. So now it is time to backtrack. I'm gonna head back west. It's about 7 hours away to Salem, Oregon, where the Oregon State Fair takes place. It is 7 hours, 8 minutes of driving. And but the silver lining is I do get my hour back. I get to go back on Pacific time, so I should be arriving 8:41, given that I don't make a single stop or fill up on gas or go to the bathroom or eat food or any of those things. So let's go. Let's begin our journey to Oregon on that long, lonesome road. I tried, folks. I tried to get out of Boise. Tried to get on my way. We got to get to the Oregon State Fair after all. We don't have much time. We got 7 hours to drive, but my strict adherence to the EM rule has foiled me once again as I drove past the Discovery Center of Idaho. Can I really say no to a museum? Sometimes I do get questions in the comment section about the EM rule. And what the EM rule is, it's EUM rule, is that I try to never pass up a good museum if possible. Of course, sometimes you just don't have time. Sometimes it's just not in the cards. But if you're driving, you're on a trip, and you see a museum, if it's not going to stop you from attaining your goals, if you have the time, then personally, I just gotta stop. I gotta stop and see what this museum holds. And technically, yeah, we have time. We have time. We don't have to be there until tomorrow. So let's check this place out. And plus, if we don't stop at the Discovery Center of Idaho right now, we will miss out on Grossology. It is our last chance to catch this exhibit. So I'm saying yes, we are pulled in to the Discovery Center of Idaho. And we walk right into the Grossology exhibit, the impolite science of the human body. So an exhibit on grossness. We have a baby vomiting right there. It looks like the arm maybe made of turds. Yeah, it looks pretty gross. We head in through the mouth. Oh my gosh, what have I wandered into? This is amazing. Giant animatronic faucet here. And it's apparently this is an exhibit on snot. Snot is a slippery, clear liquid called nose mucus. That's terrifying. Okay, this is Professor Knows It All, and we got to ask him about different subjects here. Let's see: colds, allergies, nose trivia, other causes of runny nose. Let's go with snot facts.
I love snow.
My gosh!
I've been playing it all day. But after I've been out in the snow, strange things can happen when I step inside a nice, cozy, warm house. My proboscis starts running.
That's his nose. Oh my
This
gosh!
doesn't happen to everyone, but it does to some. The sudden warmth causes cilia, those tiny hairs inside the nose, to stop sweeping mucus to the back of the nose.
He keeps saying mucus.
Well, the mucus starts gushing out of the nose. But it doesn't take long for the cilia to start sweeping mucus again, and soon your runny nose stops.
Oh, he's snorting it back.
Outside.
That was amazing. Okay, this is an exhibit on burps and belching. How does the belch machine work? Okay, this is the burp machine. It's like a can of soda. So we move that up and down. Oh, okay. You can see him drinking the water. Oh, there we go, the water. Or soda. Oh.
Doggy, that feels better. Pardon me.
So we're pumping his stomach full of soda. Oh, the burp meter here is filling up. Oh, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it?
Watch out.
So there is a climbing wall here. Instead of climbing rocks, you're crawling across skin, crawling across hair and pores and blisters and scabs and pimples and warts and bruises, moles, and even some wounds. I'm just not much of a climber. Just have to enjoy the zits from here. What's this? So here we have to guess the correct sequence of a barf. Let's see here. Guess the proper vomit sequence. So I'd say it starts in the brain, then your stomach starts to gurgle, and then it goes up your esophagus, and then finally out the mouth. I like the applause for the barfing. Oh no! No one said there was going to be farts.
No.
It's an operation style game here. Use these tongs to pull out. Oh, I'm really bad at operation. I do not have steady hands. Oh, I got that. What's that? Do you need that? Let's pull his heart out like an Indiana Jones or Kano from Mortal Kombat. Here's the smell lab. We gotta sniff this. Okay, there's like a bottle I squeeze down here, and I sniff it, and then try to guess if it's mouth, armpit, anus, or foot. Oh, please don't be anus. I'm terrified. I don't think it's anus. I'm gonna guess foot. Okay, so it's not foot. Was I smelling anus? No, I was not smelling anus. Was I smelling armpit? Okay, so it was a mouth. Oh, which one of these is anus? That's not anus. Is this anus? Oh, that's anus bacteria. Oh, twist ending. The anus bacteria has no smell. You'd think it would because anuses themselves have unpleasant smells. One of the classic video games here, Urine the Game. All right, so I'm grabbing items over here and putting them. Oh yeah, okay, these are things that have to leave the body through the urine. So grab these Mickey Mouse ears and throw them through my urethra. And with that, we are done with Grossology. There's some different hands-on exhibits here. This is the Bernoulli blower. We start the blower. And look at that, that's pretty cool. You can levitate a ball. Some Jenga-esque bricks here. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Me. Get a closer look at my face here. We'll ride the air chair. Have our seatbelts fastened. we go. Air pressure building up. There we go. How far can we ascend in the air chair? Is that going to be like a drop tower? This is the Tower of Terror. And then this is their T-Rex named Tinker. Tinker, the T-Rex, says it was discovered in 1998 and is the most complete skeleton of a juvenile T-Rex. I guess Sue is the most complete skeleton, but Sue's very old. So this is the juvenile version of Sue. Oh, there's a science ball. Oh, look at that. I feel the power of science. Time to exit through the blacklight gift shop. Oh, I do like the weird glowing space aliens here. Get some plastic dinosaurs. Best ones come in the tubes. Some cuddly space robots. Some Funko Pops here. I don't think I've ever seen these. These are from Jurassic World. They're actually dinosaur skeletons, like would be in a museum. Of course, I'm a big Gremlins fan. There is Gizmo with his bow and arrow, his flaming bow and arrow he used to kill the spider gremlin. Some different Rubik's Cubes over there. Oh, look at that. It's like a Lego Rubik's Cube. I was obsessed with Rubik's Cubes as a kid. I could never make any progress. It pretty much drove me insane. You know, you'd hear rumors like maybe your kid claims that he did it once when no one else was around. And I remember one of my elementary school classes, the kids got in trouble for taking the stickers off and rearranging them just so they could solve it. Oh, there's a self-solving Rubik's Cube. Oh, here's the Grossology section of the gift shop. Oh, that's gross. A poop with corn in it? Ugh. Or a toilet that's leaking feces? Ugh. What is this? This is a colon. Ugh, I don't like how that's weighted. Ugh. All right, once again, let's try to leave. Let's try to leave Boise without getting caught up in another museum. I do, however, need to grab a quick oil change here in Boise. My check oil light's been on since before Alaska. Oil places have different policies. Sometimes they like you to stay in the car. Other places have nice little waiting rooms that you can hang out in while they're changing your oil. Yeah, it's a harsh reality of being a traveler. I need an oil change about once a month, and I almost never get my oil changed actually at home. Maybe because I'm not home very often, but yeah, always exploring the different instant oil change places all around the country. All the magazines here in the waiting area are about shooting guns, shooting times. So got the grand total. The damages are $450. So I generally just kind of let them do whatever they need to do. I don't know anything about cars, so I drive my car so much that if there's something that maybe help keep my car healthier for just a little bit longer, I tell them to go ahead and do it. All right, got a newly re-oiled car ready to hit that long, lonesome road. It is 6 minutes till midnight, and we have landed here in Salem, Oregon, at my hotel for the evening. Gonna run in there, edit this video as fast as I can, and then get up bright and early tomorrow for the Oregon State Fair. I was reviewing my schedule for this week, and sometimes I have a tendency to overestimate my travel ability. 10 hours in a day, that's nothing. 14, 15 hours a day, that's nothing. Well, that's what I say when I'm writing it down, and then when I go back and read it, I'm like, what was I thinking? So, fingers crossed. We're really going to try to do this with the state fairs. It's going to be a lot of driving. Like I said, I was in Seattle. I drove 7 hours to Boise, did the state fair, turned around, drove 7 hours back to Salem here, which is just a little bit south of Portland. So really 14 hours of driving in order to do the Idaho State Fair. Not very far from, just a couple hours south of Seattle right now. So 14 hours of driving in 2 days solely to visit the Idaho State Fair, because I am determined to get this goal under my belt. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna try to get up early, get over to the Oregon State Fair, and then we gotta head east. Gotta head back 7 hours back through Boise. So this time we're gonna keep going and going and going to the Colorado State Fair. But that's in the future. Right now, we're gonna focus on the Oregon State Fair tomorrow. I hope you guys will stay tuned and enjoy the fair with me. Special thank you to all of you that have been following around on the State Fair adventures. Thank you to anyone who watches these videos. If you're new here, I travel around the country. I've been to all 50 states, filming roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun random stuff. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also, the souvenir shop is back open, the Etsy shop, if you want press pennies, motel key fobs, enamel pins, all sorts of fun stuff. You can purchase them down below. Also doing personalized messages on Cameo. If you're interested in any of those things, information's down below. And all those things help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.